Hey YouTube, and Happy New Year everyone. So this year for my first video of 2012, I'm going to be posting my top beauty products of 2011. So I was looking through a bunch of these videos and people's like top 11 products of 2011, looking at my products, trying to narrow them down, just couldn't do it. So this is going to be a super long video with all of the categories that I have loved and adored this year, and I wanted to just give mentions to things that I was loving at the beginning of the year, even if they're not my favorites now. So, because I might as well do like a December favorites video if I wasn't going to, right? So I'm going to get started. If you have any questions about any of these products or have any other products you think I should try, let me know in the comments below, or any of your favorite products of 2011. I'd love to hear those too. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with some overall skincare products. Starting off with some skin like washes, cleansers. The one that I was using for the first couple months and the last couple months of 2011 was the Buche de Noel. This is kind of their Christmas face cleanser, LUSH, and it looks like this. And this just smells so good. It smells like cake to me. And this does really good, awesome moisturizing things for my face. Like, love this. In the in-between months, when I didn't have Buche de Noel around, I fell back on my Ocean Salt Cleanser. And this I really liked. I find it a little bit abrasive during the winter. I don't know if it's because my skin is drier or what. But during the summer, especially like when my skin was like kind of burning and whatever, I really liked this, like when my skin was peeling and everything was horrible. Love it. Ocean Salt, fabulous. Yay! So my next thing is makeup removers. I'm going to give a sad honorable mention and shout out to my beloved Babyface, which was a LUSH makeup remover. It was vegan, it was solid, it was awesome, removed my makeup amazingly, and was sadly discontinued near the beginning of this year. So I had to find another product to use for the rest of the year, but I absolutely loved that. The one that I did find, which I love almost as much, is the Almay Moisturizing Makeup Wipes, and I love the convenience of the wipes, which is I think one reason why I'm allowing them to replace my beloved Babyface. But moisturizing Almay wipes, love. So as far as body moisturizers go, I don't really have any liquid moisturizers this year. Definitely solid massage bars from LUSH. This is my Heavanilli, which I love and adore, and I have like this chunk from Heavanilli, and like this tiny chunk from Heavanilli, and like a full Heavanilli in here. So I just stock up on this so I will never run out. Because it's so small and so like melty that sometimes I can go through a whole one in a night of massage, which is not a good thing to do, but I find that sometimes I can. The next thing that I'm going to be giving a honorable mention, shout out to favorite, is the Shimmy glitter bars. I used these a lot in the spring and summertime. Whenever I went out, whenever I went clubbing, if I went to a party or anything, even if I was just going out for the day, I would wear these. I thought I would wear them a lot during the Christmas, holiday season, but I really didn't. I put them on once, but I just haven't been out a lot, I guess. So it's not that I hate the product or I've been using something instead. I just haven't really had a chance to use them much. My favorite kind of all-over go-to, beauty, can't live without product of this year was Ultrabalm from LUSH. And this is starting to look like a LUSH favorites, I understand, but I'm about to get into makeup, so bear with me for a second. Ultrabalm was my go-to product. I would have one of these in my purse all year long. I would use it if I had blisters on my feet, if I had hard skin, if I cut myself, if I needed lip balm, if my face was unmoisturized. If someone's like, I need to wrap your body in tape to make a dress mold, Ultrabalm. It was just a thing. I don't know. So Ultrabalm is my could not live without product. Couldn't really put it into a category because it's kind of a product all on its own. So now getting into some makeup products. My favorite primers of 2011, there's a handful of them. My favorite concealer primer is Stay Don't Stray by Benefit, though I'm not sure if I'll buy a full size of this because this is just a little one, but I love the doe foot applicator, and the full size doesn't have a doe foot applicator. It has like a pump, which makes me really, really sad, but loved this. And I really like primers with coverage, but I was also really liking this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Light Primer because I find it very moisturizing on my face. Even though this one is like white and dries clear on your face and has no coverage, I absolutely love this. I'm going to give an honorable mention to my Urban Decay Primer Potion because I was so excited when I got this and I loved it and I used it straight for a little while. I haven't gone and bought a full size just because I find myself using other things, but I do love this and will give it an honorable mention for the sheer fact that I used it straight for so long. My current thing that I'm using instead of eye primer is actually the only MAC product in this favorites video, and that is my Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. This is fairly new to me, but I absolutely love it, and this is a fabulous eyeshadow base. So this, love. As far as concealers go, I have two to show you. The first one is from The Body Shop, and is this pencil, which started out this long and is now this short, but I never repurchased. It was like this tall in like March, and I just never repurchased it because I found something else that I was using instead. But I thought that I used like this much of it in 3 months, so I thought that I would, give it a mention because loved this for quite a few months of the year. The thing that I switched to was the light pink color supplement from this, as you can see, is pretty much also used up, but I'm currently kind of like flicking back and forth, getting both of them used up, and then I'm gonna find something else to use instead. But those, I really like the coverage of this, and I find. And as you'll notice, I don't have any foundations in this video because with my, like a primer with a little bit of coverage and a concealer with a little bit of coverage, I found that I don't need a lot of foundation. Sometimes I was using a powder and I was trying out different foundations throughout the year, but I didn't find one that I was really sticking with. So that is that. My two other face products that I have been using is blush and bronzer. These are both from Rimmel London, actually the same collection, the Powder Blush Blendable collection. This one is a lasting finish in Pink Rose, and this one is the Powder Blush in Bronze. And I absolutely love these, so the brushes that come with them are sucky and you should throw them away. But these products are really great, and they were super cheap at the drugstore, so love. My favorite eye products of the year. My favorite eyeliner, flat out, goes to this Tarte Brown Emphasize Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner. You can see I've pretty much hit pan on this, and it's like dried up, but I still love this and use it almost every day because I love it so much. So although I have been kind of getting into other gel liners, that definitely gets the cake for 2011 because I loved it so much and it got me into other things. So that, well, my favorite mascara, I was pretty much using in different forms all throughout 2011. I don't think I used another mascara for very long, like maybe once or twice, but not really at all. And this is the Sabella from Melaleuca. I have this in brown and in blackest black, and I used it like 3 tubes of this. It used to be the Nicole Miller mascara, but now it is the Melaleuca one. So I'm gonna just show you the brush here. I love because it's like the scoop brush, and I find it doesn't make my lids clumpy, and it it's waterproof and defining and lengthening and like thickening. This, like, I don't need multiple mascaras because I just have an awesome one, right? I don't know if you ever find that. So my favorite single eyeshadows of 2011 at the start of the year were the Mica Pigments. So I'm going to give those a mention because I was loving them for the first, like, almost until April or May. And then they came in a couple back into my everyday routine during the fall. So I thought I would mention those. This one is in Evoke and is a pink color. And I get these from, you can get them at micabella.com. I don't know how that leaked. You can get them at micabella.com or at your local Mica Bella counter. Mine is in the middle of a shopping mall, so I don't think they're affiliated with any store. My favorite single eyeshadow, other than Mica Bella's, have been this Royal Linen by Rimmel London. And this is I love this. I'm dropping everything today. Like, no wonder that I don't make videos like this because they just take me forever. But this is a wonderful highlight color, and I've been using it with high-end shadows. I've been using it with, like, crappy shadows, like with other drugstore shadows. I just love this as a highlighter. And sometimes I'll just use, like, I'll put Painterly on my lid. This is a highlight and just, like, a thing of, like, one coat of mascara, and I'm good to go. So, love this. My favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2011 are on either side of the spectrum. At the beginning of the year, I was loving my Claire's palette. And as you can see, I've hit pan on some of the colors. And this is well loved. It's so dirty, but yeah, loved this. And you can see this white over here. Yeah, apparently I was applying it wet. My other favorite palette of the year is my Naked palette. And this, you can see, is also well loved since I got it. The colors are, yeah, dirty and fabulous, but dirty. So that is that. My favorite brushes of the year, I have two sets. The first one, I'm sending an honorable mention and lots of love out to these Claire's brushes. I used these at the beginning of the year for almost 8 months. And yes, they're breaking now. And like I've had to throw away a couple of them because I'm like, oh, they're starting to shed. And I'm like, oh, and they're starting to break. But I'm like, I bought this brush set for $3 for 6 brushes, and I'm now throwing them away like a year later. Yeah. But still loving these, and even once I got into high-end brushes, I was still using these and abusing these until they had no usefulness and were broken and I had to throw them away. So, love. My favorite high-end brush set for this year was my Sephora brush set that I picked up at my Sephora opening sale haul thing. These, I love them as brushes. I have been trying out some new brushes that came with different things, and I love, like, the Tarte brush that came with my liner, and my Naked palette, like the Urban Decay brush that came with my Naked palette. But as far as brush sets goes, these are my favorites. Though I did pick up a MAC brush set a couple weeks ago, and I'm really excited to get more familiar with that, and maybe that'll be my 2012 favorites. So, next thing up is lip products. So I have a lot of lip products here. So I'm going to just get started in showing you those. My lip scrub that I loved all year long is the Sweet Lips by LUSH. And I tried their Powwow, their Christmas one. I hated it. I tried their Bubblegum Lip Scrub for a little bit. Don't hate it, but meh. Sweet Lips, keep going back to it. It makes my lips so moisturized and it tastes delicious. As far as lip balms, I have 2 that I've really been going back to this year. The first is a Sweet Lips Soft Lips Sweet. And I don't know what flavor it is. It's a pink one. And then this is my EOS lip balm in Summer Fruit. And this, love. Smells so good. Tastes so good. During the spring, early summer, I went through a phase of colored lip glosses. So I have this e.l.f. lip gloss, which was used and abused and loved and needs to be thrown away. But this one was one of those dual-ended ones, and it doesn't. Oh, it does. In mauve berry. And yeah, this is pretty much used up, and I used it every day forever. Another one of my favorite lip glosses from the time was this Rimmel London one, which you can see is also used and abused. And it's like a colored lip gloss, and I find that it's so moisturizing, and I used it for so long, but I found better things, so I don't find myself going back to this, especially as this is so colored that it transferred colored on things. So don't find myself going back to these as much anymore, but definitely deserve a place in my favorites because I use them for months. Then I went into a Superstay 24-hour color phase, and this one in All Day Cherry I wore for probably 3 weeks straight, every day. Don't ask me how I wore bright red lips every day for 3 weeks, but I did. I guess it might have helped that I had bright blue hair at the time, and I could handle having bright red lips because I had bright blue hair and no one cared, right? But my current favorite lipsticks definitely go to the Lasting Finish ones from Rimmel. And these ones, I have them pretty much in every color. But the two colors that stood out to me, this beautiful one in Bordeaux is my current favorite. I love it with this hair for a really dramatic look. And then this Nostalgia, which I can't wear with my current coloring, but I loved at the end of summertime. And this one is in kind of like a peachy pink color. So my next favorite, the next section of my favorites is going to be some of my hair favorites. One of them fell. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. So getting on with my hair favorites of 2011. My favorite hair tool is definitely this spiking comb, scrunching, poofing comb. I got this from Walmart for a couple of dollars, I think, and I absolutely love this, especially with my short hair and when I had shaved bits and colored bits, and this was just, yeah, my favorite. Another thing that's really gone with having short hair and being awesome are these stylized bobby pins. As you all know, bobby pins come in this many, and you try to save them, but still you lose bobby pins. There's some on my bedside table. I can see some on my night table thing over there, and some on my vanity over there. Yeah, and there's some on my desk. These are the bobby pins, and this is how many I have still in the package. But I love these, and the stylized ones have a lot of colors, so that you don't have to use blonde or the basic brown ones when you have red hair or pink hair or blonde hair. They have a lot of colors, so you can match them more to your hair color, which I love about these. Speaking of matching things to my hair color, I'm going to go through a couple dyeing things. My favorite dye brush is this wider brush, but it's also very stiff, so it was really good for dyeing my hair because it really got between the hairs when you were dyeing it and really got the color everywhere. So this I picked up for Sally's Beauty Supplies for probably about $3. Then my favorite hair dye goes to Manic Panic. I used a lot of hair dye this year, but these were definitely my favorite with the formulas, and they have a huge range of colors and they last forever. My favorite shampoos of this year were the I Love Juicy shampoo, which smells so good and works as a color stripper if you're in the process of changing your hair color. This is kind of a more natural way of getting color out of your hair. But my go-to shampoo for most of the year was Buche Shower Jelly. And I've gone through about 4 of these, and I have another one. I'm just showing you an empty pot for, I don't know. It's still got a little bit in there, but these definitely my go-tos for shampoo. And then final hair one was my Garnier Fructis Style Hold and Flex Hairspray Non-Aerosol Ultimate Control Spray Humidity Resistance 24 hours. It's got a lot of things on here in ultra strong. See, I didn't even tell you the type. But this is great, and I find what I love about this hairspray is that it doesn't make my hair look too greasy like a lot of hairsprays do, and especially as my hair is like short now, I can't wash it every day because it just poofs up, right? So it's really important that my hairspray doesn't make my hair look greasy, right? So my final favorites are some nail polish and nail art favorites. The first thing goes to these nail art brushes that I picked up from Sally's Beauty Supply. And these, as you can see, loved and abused and used and favorited and everything. Love these. Another thing from Sally's Beauty Supply that I fell in love with this year and I'd never used before were these nail art wheels. The brand I use is Beauty Secrets Manicure Nail Polish and Art Wheels. You get 10 in a package for about $5 or $7 or whatever. And these I really like for keeping my collection organized. As you can see, like I put all my reds on a wheel, all my blues on a wheel, like, you know. And I really, or like I can organize them by brand. And I really liked these for like keeping my collection organized and being able to see what colors I had, right? So these loved. My favorite nail polish remover of 2011 was definitely the Sally Hansen Quick Off sponges. And these, I have 2 of them because this one is super duper dirty. But I love these for removing my nail polish from my nails. But also the reason why these are so abused is I stick my brushes in them when I'm like not using a brush during a design. I'll stick it in there to clean it off. So that's one reason why this one is so like down to wood, right? It just eats it. But okay, so finally I am at my nail polishes. So I was looking through my nail polishes trying to choose my favorites, and I had to stop myself from choosing all of my current favorites. And because I was like, no, it's my 2011 favorites. I'm going to pick my favorites from different stages in 2011. So that's what I did. My favorite top coat of 2011 was definitely Sachet Vide. Although I wasn't using this all year long, I picked it up maybe in November. This was my favorite top coat, and I didn't really even have any honorable mentions from earlier in the year. My nail polish would be chipping or whatever. I don't even have top coat on right now. I can't even talk. But I didn't really have any honorable mentions from earlier, but this I really love. Next, into the actual colors, I have Rockstar Pink, which was my favorite for probably January and February. Getting into the end of winter, even into early spring, I was really loving this Goldie, and although it's a really dark for a spring color, I loved this. And I also wore it sometimes like during the fall as well. And this is, it's going to show up black on camera here, but it also has a very blue tint, so you can like wear it on your nails and it like shines off purple. So this I really loved, and I wore it a lot this year. My next was kind of my spring and early summer favorite, and this is a turquoise in Green with Envy from Rimmel London 60 Seconds. And although this doesn't last very long on my nails, I do really, really like the color of it. Another early summer and even into fall favorite, even though it's a pastel, which is weird, was the cult favorite For Audrey. I love this as like the light blue, and I, for whatever reason, found that it had enough green in it that I could wear it in the fall, so that was great. My favorite holiday winter color this year for the end, ending out my year and even coming into the next year is my favorite, OPI and Waka Waka. This is from the Muppets collection. And as soon as I put it on my nails, I was like, this is my most, no, as soon as I swatched it on a fake nail, I was like, this is my favorite red. And it is, I really like. This one I still love and is still going to be one of my favorite reds for probably forever. So that has been my favorites, beauty favorites of 2011. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And let me know in the comment box below what your favorites were. So I hope that you guys are all having a great year so far. Let me know how your New Year's went. And I will see you guys all on the flip side.